Cruising Les Cheneaux. It's a beautiful August Friday morning when we arrived in the Les Cheneaux Islands. Perfect for a boat ride aboard tomorrow, later today. We arrived in Cedarville around 10:30 and did not sit down until 8 p.m. that night. The annual Les Cheneaux Antique Boat Show is the second Saturday of August, and you can feel the excitement in the air. Of course, we are arriving on the busiest weekend of their season. Today is also the Cedarville Car Show. Les Cheneaux, roughly translated, means the channels. Les Cheneaux Islands are history and geology entwined in a magical and complicated story of island life, shared now between the Sioux tribes and the descendants of European settlers that arrived in the late 1700s. The regional history of Les Cheneaux is found at the confluence of American westward expansion and the indigenous peoples that had lived here for thousands of years.
My name is John Michael Cosley, Jr. I lived here for 73 years actually. Been a resident for 73 years. My mother and father were born here. My dad was full-blood Native American, Ojibwe. When the tribe was organized in 74, we become a government within a government. It was called the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians. And we were granted funding to start education, health, whatever we could start. And we decided to put up reservations for housing, which was the main thing.
The eastern UP map shows a jagged bear claw of scraped-out glaciated islands, originally settled by the Sioux and Ojibwe tribes.
Well, as far as the Native American population goes here, we are very active in our powwows. We try to keep our culture very strong here, and working along with the township has been very successful because they've helped us to keep our Native American cemeteries clean, and we have a casino here, a very lucrative casino, and recently the tribe bought a golf course not too far from the casino.
Today, multi-generational islanders and natives have pursued a path of mutual coexistence that includes waterfront dockage, culinary and boat building schools, resorts, and casinos that support the unique homes of the area. The working relationship between the tribes and the township has blossomed.
You know, everybody's going to benefit from economic development, and that's what we want to do for this community. Because I lived here all my life. I've got 34 grandchildren, and a lot of them live around the area.
It's a problem every place as far as employing the youth. But right down the street from here, we have a boat school, and that boat school trains young people to build boats. Then we have the Culinary School in Hessel, and they do the same thing. They're training young people to become chefs, waiters, and so I think we're doing everything we can to keep the next generation strong and keeping them here as much as we can.
The towns of Hessel and Cedarville provide many of the most used waterfront access points to the islands. Getting to the Les Cheneaux Islands before the Mackinac Bridge was opened in 1957 required taking a ferry from Mackinac Island or going aboard a private utility boat. Mark Clymer, supervisor for Clark Township, sees the township and connecting region structured very similar to other island communities. Although Les Cheneaux Island border communities benefit from the M134 highway connection to the mainland, the region has many of the same pain points other islands share, including broadband, seasonal jobs, affordable housing, and state and federal funding.
Anytime there's something of mutual interest, we've got doors open now, and there's a level of trust between the two communities to where we're working together on multiple projects and supporting one another and trying to do things.
Since I've been here, I've seen so much healing that's gone on between the Native American community and seeing all the improvements. Yeah, definitely. I've seen nothing but good happen.
After our meeting with Calvin and John from the Sioux tribe, we walked through the car show and saw their beautiful Cedarville library.
My name's Jane French. I am the manager of Les Cheneaux Community Library in Cedarville. There was somebody that wanted to make a core donation to to put a nice library in our community, and so they formed the Friends group back in 1998, I believe it was, to work hand in hand to get everything done and supply the services that the community needs.
We went on a guided boat tour with Mark Clymer aboard his restored Dodge water car tomorrow. Mark shared many insights about the islands as we made our way to Les Cheneaux Yacht Club.
So this is Little LaSalle, that's Big LaSalle.
I'm Elliot Adams. We are here at Les Cheneaux Yacht Club, and I'm the caretaker and sailing director. It's a magical area, and if you're an up north person, you just get it and it clicks.
Later that afternoon, we visited the growing Great Lakes Boat Building School.
So the school has been in place since 2005. It was put together by a group of local people wanting to keep the heritage of wood boat building alive. Really awesome history here in Les Cheneaux related to wood boats, with E.J. Murtaugh's being the first Chris Craft dealership, and of course there's the Les Cheneaux Islands Antique Classic Boat show every year too in August. About 2018, we became a nationally accredited school, which really just propelled the school forward into what the needs are in the industry, which was to add a marine service technology program. Our students come from all across the country. We've even had international students. So the students that come to this school are students that have graduated from high school. We have a lot of students that come here as career changers. Had 100% job placement over the last 6 years. And the Les Cheneaux Islands is just a fantastic place to live and learn. It's a wonderful place to be in.
Being locally sustainable means potential opportunity for the community's youth. The Hessel-based Culinary School provides the training for a meaningful food service industry career.
June Patton, administrator here at the Culinary School. 6 people got together and formed a business, and they remodeled this whole building, tore down everything but the rafters, rebuilt the whole thing, and then they leased it to the Culinary School. And we run it from the third week in September until the end of May in school. And then after that, we do 3 months of internship. It's 1 year, it's a paid internship, and they have a job when they leave here.
We had quite a nonstop day, but still had time for a drive around to see the neighboring areas and the many aspects of the larger Les Cheneaux community. Just one more stop at the distillery before we end our day.
Opened our doors in 2017, actually. My parents and then their best friends, so with the initial intention of just like having a distillery and being able to make some booze and sell it, and next thing you know, we were brewing beer. Next thing you know, there's a restaurant. So we've got a lot to us that has slowly grown over the last 5 years. This is our 6th summer season. When this operation got up and running, they asked us if we would want to come and be a part of it, and we didn't even have to think about it, just because it's a great community, but also there's a lot going on in this town too, and there's been a lot of changes in the last 5 years. There's a coffee shop, there's business booming within all the other trades and whatnot in the area, and tourism is actually booming.
Up at dawn Saturday, we rushed back to the boat show parking at the Hessel Schoolhouse. We got our boat show tickets and went to the Lions Club pancake breakfast.
And what you doing here today?
Barbara Smith, and I am Les Cheneaux Islands Antique Wooden Boat Show co-chair. It's very, very important to the economy. It brings in, I think at one time we calculated we brought in about $2 or $3 million.
Economic impact.
Yeah, just in this 1 week.
Les Cheneaux Boat Show showcases all the beauty and amazing waterfront that the locals are attracted to.
We are Maritime Boat Works in Hessel, Michigan, 1925. We're having a boat show. Our docks are individually owned, so those owners loan their slips to the boat show for the day. And then everybody shows up at 6:30 and then leaves by 6:30 that night. We are a year-round business.
Yeah.
we have seasons. So we have launch season, haul out season, summer, and then winter work. So we pack the buildings in a way in our shop so that we can work all winter long and keep our staff employed through the year.
Well, I help manage Maritime Boat Works, which has been here since 1925. And it was the original Chris Craft dealerships. Boating culture runs deep in the veins of Les Cheneaux. Just a really special staple, and we're here on Boat Show today, which is the best event of the year in my opinion.
Part of the long-term sustainability of this area has been the rethinking of waterfront business opportunity.
Mackinac County itself is about 142 miles from farthest east to west by road. The county has quite a few challenges, and within the county we're right around 42 islands that I'm also responsible for that are in my jurisdiction.
Some of the things that we do that are really valuable to visitors and residents alike is put hazard buoys around all the hazards around the Les Cheneaux Islands. It's such a wonderful place to boat, but there are hazards, rocks that are hidden, and as the water gets lower, that gets worse. So this year we've been doing it for decades. It's all volunteer. This year we actually created a map.
I'm Bob Smith, president of the Watershed Council, and we were incorporated in 2004. Our main objective is to make island residents aware of any perturbations to the water that's invasive species, its nutrients, excess nutrients. In 2012 we had a big outbreak of the Eurasian water milfoil, and within our council we developed a biological fungicide that is effective, safe, and is ready for somebody to market.
The township sees transient boater dockage and the marine services as a key element for their long-term sustainability. We met dozens of Les Cheneaux Islanders who told us why they're in love with these unique islands.
I love it that it's a small town and everybody always comes together, and they're very kind here and to one another, and I just love the area.
The Les Cheneaux, the better you are, some say, and it's a beautiful area. It's very serene, it's peaceful, it's remote.
I'd say probably, I mean, pretty obvious, just being on the water and being able to, like, I don't know, you don't get a lot of the experience down in like the cities that you do here.
I love my seasons, and this community is just amazing as far as your friendships and stuff you create here. It's really wonderful.
There's something so special. It's like the air quality. I feel like I get up here and it's like I turn into a different person. It's mesmerizing.
Our boating advantage to having harbored water. I think we're the largest harbored water in the Great Lakes to boat.
It's just amazing. We have 36 islands, fresh water, clean water, trees. I mean, if you get bored here, it's your own fault.
It's clear to us that the region as a whole is poised for growth and opportunity. The township has all the necessary support services, lodging, camping, food purveyors, recreation, and a strong seasonal economy to make that dream a reality.